Caitlin is fantastic, and I think she's going to have an incredible career in the WNBA. There are women that were worthy of coverage prior to her arriving, and I just will not be silenced when it comes to that.
Here we go again. Why is Caitlin Clark popular?
Caitlin Clark is only popular because she is white. That is a narrative that is very popular among the morons. Major moron, Monica McNutt, how she has a job, I absolutely know, at ESPN.
The one thing that I cannot deny is the amount of little girls that were showing up to follow her.
Why her?
Well, but she was a white girl from the middle of America.
You think anybody cares if Dejournay Carrington knocks Kennedy Carter on her ass? No. You think anybody cares if Angel Reese misses her next 6 layups, falls down, shows her ass, and claims sexism? No. We only care that Caitlin Clark is playing. We only care that Caitlin Clark is getting beat up. We only care that Caitlin Clark is hitting a deep three. We only care that Caitlin Clark is getting poked in the eye. Everybody else can poke everybody else in the eye. The reason we care because her game is something we have not seen.
Just when the conflict between Caitlin Clark and her critics in the media appeared to have reached its highest point, an unexpected legal twist sent shockwaves throughout the sports world. Caitlin Clark has now officially filed a lawsuit against ESPN's Monica McNutt, alleging that McNutt spread racially charged false claims that damaged Clark's reputation, disrespected her fan base, and sought to weaken the WNBA's remarkable rise in popularity. The lawsuit represents a major escalation in the long-running dispute between the two sides.
The prevailing narrative that has been created around this season's WNBA play is that it's the league versus Caitlin Clark, and that is just absolutely false. It is unfair to the women that have been there building this league to this moment so that Caitlin Clark's popularity could take it to the next level.
I don't expect the race baiting to stop. I don't expect the hate to stop, the jealousy to stop, the sexism to stop, the bigotry to stop, the stupidity to stop. Because the people that tell you that Caitlin Clark is only popular because she's a white girl are full of shit. You either don't pay attention or you're too dumb.
For months, McNutt has implied that Caitlin Clark's popularity is driven more by her race than by her basketball ability, describing her as a white girl from Middle America who supposedly resonates mainly with young suburban girls. According to that viewpoint, Clark's widespread recognition is shaped more by demographic factors than by her talent or performance on the court.
People aren't spending 3 hours of their time to watch Caitlin Clark play basketball because they're racially motivated.
Now, Caitlin Clark is taking the fight to the courtroom, exposing what ultimately pushed her to the breaking point and triggered this legal showdown. The dispute has now reached a breaking point, with the growing tension ultimately resulting in formal legal action.
Here's what Caitlin Clark said. Y'all come at me like this, I'm not doing any interviews with you. Y'all keep coming at it with these dumbasses, Monica McNutt. I'm done with you. I'm not doing interviews with you. We'll go play in the Unrivaled League, and let's see which league gets going. And then let's see where the hell we're at. Your dumbasses at ESPN want to get up there and be racist as hell towards me. I don't participate in racism. Next time I hear that bull, we ain't playing in a game that you're telling.
Why is Monica McNutt reportedly in tears behind the scenes? And how did this conflict grow from a heated media controversy into a full-scale legal battle? We're taking a closer look at every detail surrounding this unfolding drama.
Now, none of these women, Monica McNutt, they're either too arrogant or too stupid to understand that what they've said all along about Caitlin Clark is just simply wrong.
If it was because she was white, Sabrina Ionescu would have changed and brought the WNBA and turned it on its head, but she is not turning the W upside down on its head like Caitlin Clark is.
Whoever these people are, none of these women are going to come back and say, yeah, you know what? We might have been wrong about, well, she's a white girl and that's the reason she's so popular.
Get ready because the latest developments have the potential to reshape the landscape of sports media. If you're backing Caitlin Clark and believe her success is the result of her talent rather than her race, comment CC 100% below. Let's show that honesty, skill, and dedication are the qualities that truly matter in the world of sports.
Women of the WNBA will continue their jealousy. They'll continue to hit, fight, knock Caitlin Clark on her ass, and Caitlin Clark's viewing will just go up, up, up.
The WNBA draft ticket prices have come out, and thanks to the Caitlin Clark effect, ticket prices have skyrocketed for the WNBA draft. In fact, they've doubled.
It all began with what appeared to be an ordinary interview featuring ESPN commentator and WNBA analyst Monica McNutt. During an appearance on the BBC discussing Caitlin Clark's rookie campaign and the intense media attention surrounding it, McNutt made a remark that quickly ignited widespread controversy and triggered a major media firestorm.
But she was a white girl from the middle of America.
It's impossible for the women on television, the racist, sexist, to give Caitlin Clark, quote, her flowers.
She stated that Caitlin Clark represented a great deal to many people, not only because of her personality or what she had said, but also because she was a white girl from the middle of America. That one brief statement, made up of only a few words, completely shifted the direction of the conversation and sparked a nationwide debate over race, identity, and representation.
Caitlin Clark's game sells. Her attitude sells. She doesn't talk much. When she does, we pay attention. Has nothing to do with her being a white girl. It has to do with her game. It has to do with taking Iowa. Has to do with deep threes. Has to do with behind the back, no look passes. We're drawn to those type players. Black, white, green, or purple.
Monica tried to soften her remarks by acknowledging that Caitlin Clark was an exciting, influential, and highly marketable athlete. Even so, her comments carried a broader implication, suggesting that Clark's popularity reached beyond what she accomplished on the basketball court. Instead, she implied that Clark's widespread appeal was connected in part to her race.
There's the two sides who think she is only popular and does have the notoriety and recognition that she does because she is white. There is the other side that says you guys are crazy, you're all jealous of her, and she is just talented.
Critics responded almost immediately, arguing that McNutt's characterization implied white fans supported Caitlin Clark primarily because of her appearance, instead of appreciating the outstanding talent, leadership, and electrifying performances that helped her build such a loyal fan base. According to those critics, that portrayal downplayed Clark's accomplishments on the basketball court.
Why have all these fans come to see Caitlin? And all the little suburban white girls have hopped on board because Caitlin Clark, she resonates with them more so than the angry black lesbians who dominate the WNBA.
Some observers also pointed out what they viewed as an inconsistency in the narrative. They asked whether it would be seen as controversial to say that many young black girls look up to players like Angel Reese or Aja Wilson because they identify with their representation. However, they argued that when the discussion turns to Caitlin Clark and her largely white fan base, the narrative suddenly changes and is treated as far more controversial.
I'm going to need all the race baiters who explain Caitlin Clark's popularity simply because she's white to explain why 10 million more people watched her last year than Paige Becker's, also white, this year. And a lot of people, of course, said she had Angel Reese as the villain. 18.9 million, the most ever. The 18.5 million did not involve Angel Reese. It involved USC, South Carolina. Guess who's this year? Game involved. That was 10 million down from last year. South Carolina. Two biggest names in college basketball this year. Actually, they were in this Final Four. They were in this championship game. And yet, the ratings tanked. The ratings were over 50% less.
The criticism was direct and unmistakable, reaching beyond Caitlin Clark herself. Whether intentional or not, Monica's remarks were seen by many as unfairly diminishing the countless young girls who came to support Clark. Those young fans, wearing her jersey, carrying handmade signs, and eagerly waiting for selfies, were suddenly portrayed through the lens of race instead of simple admiration. According to Clark's supporters, that kind of characterization doesn't just affect Clark. It also impacts the thousands of families who attend games simply because they admire a player they genuinely enjoy watching and want to support.
After the women's NCAA championship, viewership numbers were released where Clark and Iowa set a record for the 4 most watched games ever in the women's Final Four involved Iowa and Caitlin Clark. People are going to tell you that the reason Caitlin Clark was so popular in college was her rivalry with Angel Reese. But there is no Angel Reese. There was no Angel Reese. There was South Carolina. Angel Reese played at LSU.
While Monica likely believed she was raising a valid discussion about representation, many viewers interpreted her remarks differently. They argued that her comments implied Caitlin Clark's success was driven more by race than by talent, despite Clark's record-breaking performances, historic rookie season, and the unprecedented attention she brought to the WNBA. Supporters pointed to soaring ticket sales, television ratings, and her on-court achievements as evidence that her popularity was earned through basketball, not identity. Monica's remarks quickly sparked intense backlash, with critics accusing her of injecting race into a story they believed was fundamentally about exceptional athletic performance.